We live?
Yeah.
We're live! Ha! We're live. Hello. Hello
Hi,
everyone.
Neil.
Hello and welcome to, where are we?
We're in the man's garden, and it's technically because I'm on holiday.
Yes.
So this is me holiday mode with my Midsummer Murder hat.
You do look very Midsummer Murderish.
It is, but I can promise you it's not going to happen in the garden today.
Okay, alright.
So I might take the hat off though, because we're in the shade, and you, oh no, look at the head.
Look at, there's a bit of
no,
reflection. That's why I'm having to wear my
We'll
sunglasses.
leave the hat on.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we sat in the garden because technically...
that's not good. What's happened there?
my sister's just sent loads of things. Hang on. I'll leave
it's
it.
alright,
Sorry.
yeah.
So we're sat in the garden because I'm meant to be on holiday. So today I am meant to be sat. The original plan was to be sat in Vancouver, in Canada, for those that are geographically challenged.
Yeah.
With a nice coffee, having had a nice Canadian breakfast at the Vancouver Sheraton.
What's a Canadian breakfast?
You know what? I don't know because I've not been to Canada for a Canadian breakfast.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming it must be something like
It's not Rice Krispies or anything like that.
No, it must be
is it?
pancakes and maple syrup. It's got to have maple syrup in it,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it must be something like that. So if you know what a Canadian breakfast is, do let us know. But it was meant to be sat in Vancouver having a wonderful 3-week holiday, touring around Canada, seeing the various sites.
Yes.
So we'd planned this holiday of a lifetime with my in-laws, fly to Vancouver, 4 days in Vancouver, then go into the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies, look at all the sites.
You're going to get the train around the Rockies, are you?
I was going to drive.
You're going to drive?
I was going to drive, yeah, which was, yeah, it would be fine. Big open roads,
Yeah.
big truck. And then we were going to go to...
Big truck?
Big car.
Big car. I was going to say, did you
Trucking.
hire like a one of these RVs?
We tried, well, there's a story behind that. So when we set it up with Trail Finders, I decided we'd go and do it, went with my in-laws to book it.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law came in and my daughter said, "Oh, Granny, isn't it great? We booked a big camper van for us all to stay in." And my mother-in-law, hi Miriam, as straight-faced as everything, just went, "No."
Yeah, but they're amazing. They're not like the ones over here.
No.
They're huge.
They are amazing.
They've got
but
sides that come out, they extend out the back. They've
Miriam-
got a car, you can put a car in there.
Miriam wasn't up for it, so it had to be hotels.
Okay.
So the plan was to do the sites, then fly to Calgary for a few days to see friends. But obviously, because of coronavirus, it all got cancelled. So we came up with a new plan.
Okay.
So Canada was off, saved a lot of money. Thank
Yeah.
you, coronavirus. Stingy northerner. And decided to then go and see my parents, because it's my mother's 70th today. So happy birthday, Mum.
In Manchester.
In Manchester.
Which is slightly different.
Which is slightly different to Canada.
Cheaper.
Cheaper, yeah. So we booked a hotel in Manchester.
Let me guess, Premier Lodge.
No, actually, Holiday Inn Express.
Oh, okay.
So
slightly upper market.
Slightly posher. Holiday Inn Express, all
Yeah.
booked on Salford Quays, going to see my parents who are up there in Salford.
Yep.
And then the government changed the lockdown thing, didn't they? So last Friday, I woke up to the news that Manchester and West Yorkshire had changed the rules. So you couldn't, so the plan was to go to Mum and Dad, take the afternoon tea with us,
Yep.
spend the time in the garden today, just go for a day, and then come back. But because even though you were in different families, we couldn't.
It's almost as if there's a department of the government going, right, where's Mike want to go next?
Absolutely, somebody's listening.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you where I'm going next.
Okay.
But it was, so that was scuppered as well. So we had to send my mum some presents, and my sister's just sent a load of pictures through, so I'm assuming they've arrived. So after this, I'm going to give you a call, Mum, to say happy birthday and see what presents you've got. But yeah, the plan was just to turn up on the doorstep and surprise her, because she didn't know we were coming. My dad was in on it. I didn't tell my sister, sorry Nicola, because she couldn't keep surprises. And we were going to just turn up. But yeah, we got scuppered again.
Well, the good thing is, because it was a surprise, she's not really going to be disappointed. Well, she is now, because she knows about it.
She knew about it because I told her on Saturday.
Yeah. But yeah, so, but, you know.
What were you doing for the summer? You got any plans?
Summer? No, we haven't. We were going to sort of take a couple of days, go up to London for the weekend and that. But unfortunately, as with everything, we are staying at home.
And we've been doing that, but we've been enjoying what's local. You know, beyond, you know, just in this local area of Surrey and East Hampshire.
Well,
so,
you're a very keen gardener.
Yep.
So how many times have you been to Wisley so far?
Just once.
Just once. All right. Okay.
Wisley was great. So hi to Wisley, but it was really busy. We have been to no, we've not. We've been to Hinton Ampner. Yesterday we went to Hatchlands Park, which is a National Trust, and tomorrow we're going to Winkworth Arboretum.
How are your kids coping with it? Because obviously they were meant to be going to Canada.
Yeah.
Utter disappointment. And so now we're going to Wisley. Now we're going to. Were they happy to go, or did you have a bit of a I want to stay at home and play on videos or read a book or whatever?
I think as long as they get the balance right. So we've been going in the mornings at the 10:30 slot, so it's a lot quieter.
Because it is only a 2-hour slot, is it? I know Wisley, I think, is 2 hours.
Yeah, it depends on the place. So
and you have to book online. Don't turn up.
Yeah, don't just turn up. You've got to book online, and you've got half an hour to turn up within that slot.
Yeah.
And some of the National Trust places, you can be there all day. Wisley, you can be there all day. But some of the places as well, there's a time limit as well.
Yeah.
So you can only be there 3 hours.
My parents at the moment are going weekly to Wisley. They're booking up, and
yeah.
I can say what I like because they're not on Facebook, so it doesn't matter.
But it's great to do. So we went last week. We're going again next week, but meeting some friends there just to wander around because it's a big space. Around the cafe area was really busy, but in the wider areas was quite quiet.
Is there facilities there? Because I know when they opened, they only had a few toilets open and there wasn't any cafeteria.
Well, having a middle-aged man bladder, I'm glad the toilets are open. So yeah, the toilets are open, and they've got them. Those that have been to Wisley will know what I mean. The groovy van things, the Citroen van things, doing coffee and thing. But what's even better, I discovered yesterday at the National Trust place, and I think Wisley's doing it as well, is the Eat Out, Help Out scheme.
Are they doing it with Wisley?
And National Trust are doing it as well.
Oh wow, so that's Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday?
All the way through August.
Yeah.
So we had yesterday at Hatchlands Park, we had an ice cream each, and it cost me £4 for 4 ice creams.
Well, normally that would be about £3 an ice cream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was really chuffed. So, being the scrupulous northerner I am, it's wonderful. But I've still not got the courage yet to go to a restaurant.
I know a lot of pubs are doing it. I have, obviously, I've been walking around Camberley and there are a lot of screens up in all the restaurants, and I take it that other restaurants are doing that, or they're taking tables out and they have tables outside. At what point do we think, well, we need to start getting back to normal?
And the question then beyond that is, what is normal? Again.
Yeah.
Because it's, we're seeing, so certainly with Manchester and West Yorkshire, we're seeing them having to tighten up the restrictions again.
Yeah.
And, and I think it's lots of people I've heard it time and again, it's not real, doesn't affect me, so what's the problem?
I mean, it's
quite selfish, isn't it? Same with mask wearing. It's not about me and you, it's about us protecting each other.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people would say, oh, you're not social distance, but I work a lot with Mike and Mike works a lot with me, so we have our own little bubble sort of thing. Yeah. And together with other people at Highcross, we all work together.
We did have a bit of a worry this week. There was somebody who wasn't well at Highcross, and it turns out it was an insect bite, so I hope you're getting well again, Colin.
Yes, especially as he came in last Thursday.
Absolutely. It was a bit of touch and go, because we did think potentially the symptoms were the same, but it's having those bubbles and those friendships so that you can support each other. But it is, when will it get back to normal in the restaurant? I just don't know. Will it get back to normal? What's the new normal?
I think it's going to be a long time. We're looking, I think, at least a year before anything is...
I saw something yesterday. Did you pick it up? That Glastonbury, they're suggesting won't be on next year.
Yes.
It's going to be 2022 before it's back.
Yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of music festivals now, they're changing how they do it. Some music festivals, you have a square, and you have you sit in the square, you have a table, you have chairs, and that.
What happens? Being totally practical here.
Yeah.
What happens if you need to go to the toilet? How do you get from your square to the bathroom?
I would assume they have some sort of walkway, social distancing walkway.
Yeah.
And of course, the other big thing at the moment is drive-in cinemas.
Indeed. And the one in Camberley is open soon.
Yeah.
And I saw one on the A30 that was not the A30, the A3 near Guildford that was a drive-in cinema.
Well, on the back of that, they've got drive-in cinemas, they've got drive-in theatres, and also they're going to be having driving concerts now as well. So
what a cool idea.
It is. But the thing is, you drive in your car, and the idea is you either stay on the left-hand side of the car or the right-hand side of the car. So so you'd be on you'd sit on the left.
Okay.
So the car next to you, they would sit on the right, I suppose, and then it would work like that. So you're keeping that social distance.
That's a good idea.
So and the thing is, people are starting to adapt, and businesses are starting to adapt.
I saw one the other day that was a I can't remember where it was now. It was somewhere on the continent where it was a go in your boat cinema.
Okay.
So you go in your boat and you can. People are coming up with things. We need to work out. I've seen driving churches, but it's quite hard how church would work. And we've not opened yet at Highcross, but we're still there supporting people doing things. But we've been busy refurbishing. So the sanctuary floor, the upstairs floor, for those that know Highcross,
very shiny,
polished, very shiny, but it's not slipping because we've tried.
No, we've tried. You
tried.
Yeah, you can't do you can't turn in trainers or anything like that. So don't be scared about.
So Charlie, who's been doing it, tried to explain to me. Well, no, he didn't try. He did explain as to why it won't work.
Okay.
All I know is it's non-slip.
Yes. And
there was a 10-minute conversation, but the takeaway is it's non-slip.
yeah, and the hall is going to be exactly the same as well.
So it's great for performing arts and things and those people that come.
Yeah.
But we just don't know when groups will be back, but we're doing all the jobs. So Neil's been busy.
Still busy.
Doing stuff. So I'm on holiday, Neil's not yet. But big shout out to Terry at Mr. Emmett's, who've moved out of the emergency space with us, and they've moved to their shop on Obelisk Way.
Yes.
The old Motion menswear place.
Yeah, it's next to the YMCA. So there's a lot of people, they haven't realised, so they're coming in, and but he is no longer with us at Highcross. He is now, he has his own shop. It's only a temporary shop, but he has his own shop next to the YMCA in Camberley.
And it looks absolutely brilliant, a bit like a market stall. But it's been great working with Terry and Jason and the team over the last 6 months to support people at Camberley.
But to be honest, I think a greengrocer's would look like a market stall anyway.
Well, I remember greengrocers as a kid, you know, with the potato hoppers.
Yes.
And what was there was always 2 potato hoppers because you had 2 choices of potatoes, and they put the bag in the top. And
we used to go to, back in the old days, I used to go with my nan to markets and that, and my granddad, and they used to, you know, they were barking out what they had. They were shouting at the tops of their voice, and they were doing that paper bag thing. They'd put stuff in and then they'd spin it around.
Oh, that's a trick. Terry showed me how to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I achieved it a couple of times. There was a couple of occasions. You'll be glad to know it was fruit and veg that was just on the edge, so it was going in the bin anyway.
Okay.
That kind of had a mid-air explosion.
Oh right. Okay.
So you spun.
Yeah.
So I got 2 spins and it just went. So, but I did manage it with other.
Yeah.
You know, I have learnt something over the 6 months that they've been there.
The funny thing is, greengrocers as well have been recycling for years. When you think about it, they've always used plastic bags, paper bags, brown paper bags.
And I think that's what's great about Terry and Emmett's is they use the crates that for your veg box. It's nothing posh. It's not a specially printed box. It's the box that the fruit and veg is coming from the wholesalers.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant because it's then recycled, and we've used them for all sorts. So I've got loads of the fruit boxes now stacked in my garage with stuff in.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the wooden crates, weren't we? How are great if you have a fire pit.
The orange boxes, yes. The orange were very good for starting a fire if you have a fire pit.
Fire pit or a barbecue.
Barbecue, yes.
Perfect. So you know, if you need any, go and see Terry. So hi Terry and Jason. It's great to see you. But do enjoy your summer, everyone.
Yes, please do. We're going to try and keep going. It might be me on my own, it might be with Mike, we don't know. Depends on whether or not you're going to Wisley or
what we're
a variety of places, what you're doing. So so we will be, we'll certainly be trying to do these live every Wednesday, just to keep you informed over what's going on. Thank you very, very much for watching, and we will all speak to you soon.
And the final thing is to say that the cafe's still open 10 till 2 every day.
Colin is still there. He's still there 10 till 2 o'clock.
Every day.
If anything, just go and keep him company. Buy a coffee, go in there for a little chat. He's always happy to talk to people.
It's great. And we're now going to do a podcast to talk to some of the teenagers from the church, but watch out on the podcasting for the conversation.
Yeah, junior podcast coming up.
Okay, take care everyone.
Thank you.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That new gadget doesn't work, does it?
Doesn't work,
So I'm going to have to go over here and press it.